And overall, it's been really awesome. The foiling community, the winging community is a solid group of people.
Everybody's helpful with each other. Everybody looks out for each other. You give tips, you know, everybody rags each other the same thing, but, you know, everybody like looking out for everybody's best interest.
This sport is just amazing. It has brought me so much happiness. I mean, we all go out here and we're smiling. We're not fighting with waves in the pack out there in the surf, so it's kind of why I joined the crew. So, love foiling, and you should check it out.
Next, we check out Oahu's southeastern tip with the Blue Planet Wing Foiling crew.
Welcome to Blue Planet Surf Shop. We now have 2 locations on Oahu, on Kona Street in Kaka'ako, where we specialize in stand-up paddle, foil, and surf gear, and our new location next to the Rainbow Bridge in Haleiwa, with a big selection of surfwear and all the equipment, plus a launch area on the river with paddle rentals and tours. Come visit us in person or check us out online at blueplanetsurf.com and blueplanetadventure.com.
For over 15 years, the Kona Brew Pub in Koko Marina is the favorite local restaurant right on the water in beautiful Hawaii Kai. Music, entertainment, Ono food, friendly staff, and a variety of refreshments. The Kona Brew Pub in Koko Marina.
Grab your thoughts and start to keep. And the song you need, snoring at the lake, self-story. Attackers rentals online, fresh specials all the time. Snoring at the lake, self-story. Come on to Hawaii, self-story.
You're watching Spectrum OC16, your home for Hawaii high school sports.
Oahu's southeastern tip is marked by the very rugged Ko'olau mountain range, and ocean conditions vary greatly with the offshore islands. Today we'll explore this area on wing foils with the riders of Team Blue Planet.
We're here at Makapu'u today. The wind is kind of northerly. It's in the winter time and kind of funky conditions, and our mission was to make it out to Rabbit Island, try to catch some of those big swells out there. And Derek Hama organized this whole thing, and Eli came and a couple other friends, and we just kind of went for a winging adventure for sure. It was definitely pretty crazy today.
Mission was just to get a good wing session and someplace different, you know, someplace nice and scenic. Just come out and have fun.
The conditions are pretty unique out there. There's 2 islands out here. There's a lot of refraction happening. So there's bumps, waves coming from every direction. It's pretty cool, can be really helpful. Gives you a lot of energy going all different directions, and can also work against you too. You got to work against those bumps. Can be tricky, but overall if you use it to your advantage, it can be really fun. It's real good.
Yes, definitely. Any other sport is horrible conditions. Onshore, short period swell, dumpy, you know, but With the winging and with the foiling and stuff, this is awesome. This is right up our alley, you know. This is perfect for us. So the surf spot is on, I would say that's the west side of Rabbit Island. It's actually a little slabby kind of texture wave. There's a little wind shadow that's coming in, but if you can go on the backside of the island and then catch a little swell come in, then you can drop in on a wave and then do some really radical turns and stuff like that, you know, for winging. And the winging allow us to get outside, you know, get around, stay away from the danger zones and stuff like that. So pretty fun, you know, opens it up.
Out that way, the waves were cleaner and they had a lot of energy. And then in here, there was like kind of shorter wave periods where you were meeting the waves coming around the island from the other way. So you kind of had to watch in front of you for a little bit smaller wave coming at you. And then at times, you know, you'd want to kind of bank off those to try to use the energy to keep going rather than just straight launch you.
There's a lot to deal with, a lot of waves just bending around, but I think the ones that I wanted, you know, some of the waves bent around and came towards the shore here, but you wanted those that kind of clung towards the island and those ones that hung tight. And those kind of wrapped around and you could kind of ride it all the way to the end. And in fact, you could ride it past the sand and you could see the next wave coming. It was real cool. And when you kicked off, when we were coming in, you just kick off that wave, you could get on bumps all the way in. It's a real cool spot.
Next, more action from Windward, Oahu.
Quick, bring him to the beach! 911, I need an ambulance.
Oh no, he's choking!
Are you choking? I know the Heimlich.
I'll call 911.
And they're using the AED.
Got it?
Good. Great. Okay.
Clear, I'm gonna shot.
Hawaii may close by last-minute CPR and first aid.
The new CPR guidelines are compressions, airway, breathing.
Hey, he collapsed.
This is your invitation to come visit Ocean Paddler TV on Facebook and Instagram for the latest and greatest, up-to-the-minute paddling updates, live events, must-sees, reels, and so much more. So come check in to Ocean Paddler TV on Facebook and Instagram.
We're not supposed to be out here, which is exactly why we are. With standard all-wheel drive, specially tuned off-road drive mode, designed to bring the outdoors in. The off-road ready Mazda CX-50. We're looking for outsiders.
Discover exceptional financing options like up to 60-month 0% financing on eligible models. Oahu's exclusive Mazda dealer, Cutter Mazda of Honolulu and Waipahu.
Wing foiling in offshore open water is definitely not for the faint of heart, but for those who do it comes great rewards.
Yeah, we were attacking upwind, trying to get up to Rabbit Island, which is kind of going upwind. So you're going into the wind and kind of pinching upwind and then you're just always going up and down over the bigger swells, and there's like smaller chop on the face of the bigger swells. So it's definitely a lot of altitude adjustments. It's like having an airplane that you're steering with your body weight, so you gotta sometimes push it up, sometimes push it back down, and kind of keep the foil underwater, because once the foil comes out of the water, then you crash basically. And if you come down too low and you hit the board on the water, then you also crash. So it's definitely tricky.
An interesting thing that happens is when you're going, you're going at a comfortable speed. Sometimes you catch a bump behind you, and it really gives a zoom. It really adds to your speed, and if you're not ready for it, it can be tricky. But it's real interesting how it really adds into your speed, especially the way the wave swings around the island out there. You can get on one wave, and next thing you know, you're passing 3 different waves, and your speed is just building. The momentum with the wing and the wind is pretty trippy. It's real cool. Closest to flying I ever got.
Getting close to Rabbit Island was really cool because there was all the birds in the air, and they were like singing and moving around, and then every now and then there was a drone, and Rabbit Island definitely feels like a nature preserve or something, and then you get out there and you're like a mile offshore, and if something happens, then you have to have a pretty long way to swim back in. But definitely it felt like an adventure getting out there, but it's good to go with friends that we all watching out for each other.
This place is super special. I mean, there's so much powerful area, this whole backdrop and everything else. Even the water, like when you winging in the water, you can feel water flowing from all kinds of directions. I went in between the 2 islands, and there was crossing swells and going and all over, so it was powerful ocean, powerful scenery, everything, and it's beautiful,
From here, it feels more urban. There's a parking lot, there's cars and stuff. But about like 3/4 of the way to Rabbit Island, you start hearing all the birds screeching, and that was one of the first things I noticed, was how loud the birds are. And then there's a lot more birds kind of working the water out there, so there's birds diving for fish and hitting the water. So yeah, it's not that far away, but it's definitely it feels like kind of a wild, really natural place, just a little bit offshore.
Definitely a challenging day. I kind of felt a little bit like a beginner again out there, struggling to get back on and struggling to stay on a lot of times. So yeah, it was a challenging day, but that's how you get better. You go out when it's not smooth and glassy and easy to ride,
It's pretty special. It's like you're in your own zone. Like everything is tuned out, and you're just looking at the ocean, or you kind of look at a landmark, and you shoot for that landmark, and you just keep going, and you can, you got whatever stuff that you're dealing with in life, you just kind of block it out at the moment, and you just go at it, and have fun, and then you turn around and you look at another point, and you go that way until you see a wave, you let go of the wing, and then you just surf that wave and come in, It's awesome.
There's something about learning something new at this point in my life where it takes all this other knowledge I have of sailing, windsurfing, racing sailboats, surfing. It combines all these things, just how to be in the ocean, how to deal with current and swell, and how to be comfortable in the open ocean. It takes all these things for me and combines them into this one sport. It's just super addictive. That flow state is like a drug. I mean, the last 3 years of my life, I've actually focused on my health more than I have in many years, because the healthier I am, the better I foil.
That's all the time we have for today. We hope that you've enjoyed our show. I'm Jen Boniza. We'll see you here again for another Hawaiian Extreme Sports TV. Aloha.
Punahou's persistent power in the playoffs have put them on the path for a heck of a postseason run. But tonight, the question is, can the Mules haul the goods and get to the final round for the first time in more than 40 years? Punahou, Leilehua in the Heidi and Cook Division I state semifinals. As we wind down the final days of the tournament, all roads lead for now to Hemmeter Fieldhouse. It is the penultimate night of the state tournament, and we come to you from Punahou School and historic Hemmeter Fieldhouse. This joint is jumping and ready to go for the last of the semifinals of the 2024 state playoffs. Ready to go for the ILH runners-up Punahou and the OI champions, the number 2 seeded Leilehua Mules. St. Louis awaits. The Brotherhood bested the Mustangs 58-40 as the Crusaders are now going for a 9th state title in school history and a 3rd in a row. Will we get another round of Crusaders in buff and blue, or will we get the number 1 and number 2 seeds in the final? Can't wait for this one. Great to have you with us. My guys, Ryan Hirata, Tommy Sheet in a moment, and I'm Felipe Ojastro. A lot of intriguing storylines throughout. We're going to cover as much as we can over the course of the next 2 hours here. But what are you looking forward to most here in this matchup?
Two of the best teams playing in the semifinals, one from the OIA, Leilehua, one from the ILH, Punahou. Two similar styles, up-tempo, like to get out in transition, like to shoot the 3-ball, like to attack off the bounce. I'm looking for an exciting game tonight in an exciting atmosphere. I want the big-time players to step up. I want the big-time players to make some plays, and like Bill Raftery says, he wants to see some onions. I want to see some mangoes.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too, right? Because it's a Punahou team, dominant victory over Kamehameha. They're the designated visitors here, but it's essentially a home game. James Torres was the star player yesterday. There are pieces here that can stand out as well, and tonight could be Andre Uparesa-Thomas's night.
Yeah, similar to James Torres, Uparesa-Thomas is part of that 1-2 punch. Plays the stretch 3-4 position and can really fill it up. Had some foul trouble in the first round against Kailua, but last night got back on track. 15 points, 9 rebounds for the senior. He's a matchup nightmare when he decides to be aggressive.
Over the course of the tournament, everyone's been talking about St. Louis and Pupu Sepaloa, right? But don't forget about a guy that's been in playoff mode since the OIA postseason began. He's had 2 30-point games in his last 3 outings, and Twain Wilson has been on a tear here in the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm taking my coaching hat off on this one, and I'm putting on my basketball hat. Love watching this kid play. He's put on some amazing performances over the last 2 weeks, and his efficiency is crazy. 31 points against Kailua, 25 points in the OIA championship game against Mililani in the OIA title game. He's making a case right now to be the best player in the state.
This is a rematch of a semifinal game 46 years ago, a game won by Leilehua. The Mules are 2-0 in the semifinals. What happens here tonight? Can't wait for it. Who advances to the championship game? Punahou or Leilehua? Tip-off next on Spectrum OC 16.
This Spectrum OC16 sports presentation is sponsored by your Hawaii Honda dealers.
From Makatumakai make Honda your perfect island ride.
When you're cruising in a sporty Civic or an adventurous HRV, roll down the windows, crank up the music, and let the Manava Maika'i roll. Honda is the most awarded brand in Car and Driver's 10 Best history. Get into a Civic now and get the Pa'ina started for just $249 a month, or any Civic with low 2.9% APR.
See your Hawaii Honda dealer today. Tell them Henry sent you.
Close your eyes, count from 10 and I will hide. A little game takes us back in time. We're young again. Let's close our eyes, count from 10 and we'll rewind. Singing our favorite childhood rhymes once again. Just
Yes, Maui has some beautiful roads, but they can turn hazardous because of one negligent driver. If you're injured in an accident, call us. We can help you.
Time now for the New City Nissan Series history, the first head-to-head meeting in the tournament since 2016 between the Mules and the Buff and Blue. Leilehua leads that series 2-1 through the first 3 meetings. A lot of that success coming decades ago. These are two teams that are familiar with each other after meeting in the preseason, the Jim Allegre Invitational. A lot of respect for each other, a lot of spirit here, both sides. Both cheer squads are in the house. Here for Leilehua, feeling like this magical season can continue. They've won 4 consecutive games and now looking for a 5th and get to the final for the first time since 1983. They've only won 1 state championship, taking on a team that's been amazing in winning state championships, 11 here for the Buff and Blue. Here are the Zippy starting lineups. Andre Uparesa-Thomas, in his time as a varsity player, has been amazing, averaging 12 points per game, joined by James Taurus, who was the Hawaii Honda Dealers Impact player last night against Kamehameha Hawaii. 24 and 9 rebounds he put up. Evan Porter, great standout volleyball athlete, on his way to play at Stanford, into the guard spot with Dylan Kellner and Noah Makapula. Those two guys, a couple 3-year varsity players for Darren Matsuda's crew, who spent 12 seasons as the head coach of this program. Meantime, here for Leilehua, the OI champs, number 2 seed in the tournament. Leilehua used their starting 5 to win an OI title for the first time since 1988. Tyree Wilson, his brother Twain Wilson. Mateus Ioane is a Hawaii football signee. He joins Joshua Simbre as a verbal commitment for football for Point Loma. And Kobe Wyatt, averaging 5 a game, solid point guard, good ball handler. Here for head coach Chad Townsend in his 6th season with the program. It's been so great to see all these teams kind of progress through this tournament. And these are the 3 officials that have the honor of working this game. Led by Tana Pope and flanked by Tony Colazzo and Daniel Matsamura. I don't know about you, man. I'm excited about this.
Very. I mean, look at this crowd. If you're a high school kid and you love the game, these are the types of crowds that you want to play in front of.
And Punahou's been waiting for this moment when they knew that the semifinal site was going to be Hemeter Fieldhouse. And here they are, all juiced up and ready to go. Later tonight, we'll hand out an Impact Player plaque, courtesy of Mike's Engraving and Trophies. They are the official trophy provider for Spectrum OC 16 Sports. For all your special achievements, call our guy Ryan, Mike's Engraving and Trophies. They are located in Aiea. Sparkling in Waikiki. No shortage of star power here. Mateus Ioane brings that physicality. Josh Simbre, steady defensively. That football mentality has helped carry Leilehua through some tough victories. And this is a Leilehua team that's been battle-tested. Last 3 games that they won decided by 6 points or less.
Yeah, they've won 13 out of their last 14 games as well. And so we talked about this before, but survive and advance, right? That's the name of the game. And now that you're down to the final 4, which now St. Louis is into the championship game tomorrow night. Leaving it all on the court, man. That's...
It is huge.
That's what you hope for when you start the season.
Ioane and Taurus in the circle here. Colazzo will throw it up, and off we go. Here from Hemeter, it's Kobe Wyatt. Leilehua, 3rd in the OIA this past year in points per game. Wilson has been averaging 26.5 points in playoff basketball mode. Opens the game with a missed 3. Oh, hard landing on the tailbone there for Tyree Wilson. Slow to get up. 5 on 4. Kellner a 3.
Unfortunate hard landing there for Wilson, and Punahou goes the other way on a 5 on 4. Great start for Kellner knocking down the three-pointer from the corner. That's his spot.
Simbre tries to answer. Swirled it around. Leilehua on the glass fighting. Over Uparessa Thomas who rejected it. But Wilson kicked it off his foot. And it's out. This is how the game opened, and Twain Wilson's brother Tyree, who's a terrific rebounder, just went up and collided there with James Torres and landed hard. Kellner able to get the three, and then a quick lay-in on the other side, just like that. Uparessa Thomas scored, and it's out of the gate 5-0 at timeout here for the Mules.
Yeah, just an unfortunate fall there on the other side to open up the possession for Tyree Wilson, and Punahou taking advantage of it like they always do in transition. Three-pointer in the corner by Kellner, followed by an aggressive take by the player that we featured in the pregame, Uparessa Thomas. Finishes with both hands around the rim. That's what makes him so good this year.
Plan of attack here tonight for Leilehua is what?
Yeah, Leilehua's got to stay on the attack. That's how they've played, and that's how they've gotten to this point. They've got to keep that identity. They got a wide open look for Simbre. If he makes that, the game is tied at 3. So really can't change. Quick timeout by Coach Townsend, but you got to keep attacking if you're the Mules.
Batted out by Makapulai. On his way to Claremont McKenna College. Makapulai, so much energy defensively, stays there. Wyatt to Wilson, just lofted it up to his brother Tyree. Drew a foul here on James Torres, who picks up his first. And Tyree Wilson, who's a 72% free throw shooting junior, will go to the line.
And that's that brother-to-brother connection there. The older brother, Twain, saving the ball and finding Tyree under the basket.
Who's 75%, by the way, in the playoffs, OAA included. Coming off 5 points and 3 rebounds in that 1-point victory over Kahuku. Darren Matsuda this morning telling us, progress will look like a fast start here with this team. They cannot come out flat like how they did yesterday against Kamehameha Hawaii. Wilson charged. Offensive foul. Makapulai took the hit.
Yeah, we got to keep our eye on that because that's the first foul on Twain Wilson. And this is what Makapulai just does for you. All the little things.
Yeah, good call, Tony Collazo. Shoulder dip, forearm out there, little extension. Here's Porter. Oh, whip inside Torres.
Punahou running that circle motion offense that they implemented this year with the 5-out look, and Makapulai, what a great find to James Torres.
Here's Wyatt. Behind the back, Wyatt got all the way to the cup and score. That guy is so fluid on the floor. We saw it all throughout the OAA tournament. Torres inside. Offensive foul. That's a second now here for the first 2 minutes and 11 seconds.
So difficult to guard this Punahou curl right here. Torres doesn't get it the first time, but turns right around and he's wide open. Then Kobe Wyatt with the finish for Leilehua, and Simbre taking the charge there, not afraid of contact. He's a football player as well and team captain.
Yeah, he takes more charges than anybody on this team. Wyatt working against Porter. That volleyball quickness trying to match up. Wilson whipped it around, but he turned it over. I think that's a ball that Wilson got to take himself.
That's exactly what Coach Townsend is telling him. In fact, Coach Townsend wants him to be more aggressive underneath the basket. He's got to be a threat for the Mules tonight to take the pressure off his brother.
Averaging 11 a game is Wilson. Here's Burnett, the Michigan State football commit. Dropped it inside. Porter, the Stanford volleyball commit. On the follow through to put it home. (9-4). Buff and Blue out in front early.
Hey, we talk about Uparessa Thomas and we talk about Twain Wilson, but there are other guys to the puzzle for both of these teams, and Evan Porter's one of them. Just the glue guy for this Punahou team. Defensive stopper.
Oh, the no look right to Wilson. How about Simbre? Kellner calling for it on this side, fronted by Simbre. Porter shifting around, the senior. Got it to Makapula. Great academic athlete here at Punahou. Trying to throw one through. White got his hands in there. Oh, and Burnett just collided into Wyatt. It was ruled a kick ball prior to that collision. Good sense of awareness here for Simbre on the floor. Always knows where his players are. Look at this no-looker.
Hey,
love it.
That's some swag right there, man.
Look at that hairstyle.
Yeah, Coach Townsend has nothing bad to say about his team captain. Takes charges, the talker on the court, the communicator. Even considers him the second coach on the floor.
Of course, he has a younger brother, Josiah Simbre, who's a freshman. Also expected to do big things the next few years. Just his second hit of the tournament. His first one tonight. Look at the pace and the spacing here. Both teams picking it up in a press. Wilson 0 for 1, missed his first shot from the top. Got a screen from his brother. Ioane. That's sealed off. Screen coming. They fake the switch. Wyatt a three. Long. Rebound here for Uparesa Thomas, who had 10 rebounds yesterday against the Warriors of Kamehameha, Hawaii. Makapula, kick, Kellner, three. Timeout, Leilehua. Oh, the Great Dane. Got that dog mentality here for the Buff and Blue. Uparesa Thomas showing he's got range. And Punahou's got that Kellner instinct in him here in the playoffs.
My French toast sticks are back, starting at $2.50. Now with a sweet new twist. Cinnamon sugar churro. Dunk, bite, and savor them any time of day or all day. It's totally up to you. Only for a limited time.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Aloha. You may have seen our commercials throughout the pandemic, thanking our all of you for your continued support. So if you see one of our members out there, make sure you give them a shaka and a smile. We appreciate you.
It was all calm. And then... Good thing this Frontier's got 310 horsepower to handle an SOS.
Drive the Nissan Frontier. Now get 5.9% APR financing for 84 months or get a low $399 per month lease on Frontier.
My double bonus jack combo gives you double the seasoned beef and double the cheese. Let's see that again. Double beef, double cheese, 2 ads for the price of 1. Not bad.
Take all the great OC16 action with you on the go with the Spectrum News app. All the latest local sports, news, and weather that matter most to you. Download it now. It's on the App Store or Google Play. That's the finish line, the Blaisdell Arena. All the big stars will be in that building. All the big stars are in the house here today at Hemeter, including Mililani co-head football coach Rod York. There's his wonderful wife, Lynn York, right there, the counselor over at Leilehua. That's why those two are in the house supporting Leilehua. And let's face it, public schools everywhere as well. St. Louis in the final already. They're knocking off Kalahea. Leilehua has started the game 2 for 6. They have 3 turnovers as well. That one hit the back, I think, of Uparesa Thomas's hand. And here comes Porter the other way. Oh, look at Porter shifting directions, and no travel called there. In the middle, the bounce to Uparesa Thomas, who couldn't squeeze it. It goes off a mule. Stay on this side.
Usually when you're a shooter and you're feeling it, right? You can tell it. When you're a passer, you can also feel it too. Makapule is dropping some dimes right now.
And he was skirting opponents and DBs on the football field as a receiver. Kellner was also part of that football team. Loose on the floor. Diving there was Stevens after Porter couldn't squeeze it. Wilson got it. Burnett trying to take the charge. Porter. Muti the rebound. Inside, Wilson. Oh, he airballed it from the doorstep. Here's Makapula. Steady as ever as you could want from a guy operating an offense. Been battling injuries for his football days. Basketball has been relatively healthy throughout. Steady leadership, much like Kellner, who's got it here. Burnett got his man up. It's Wilson. To a foul.
Burnett trying to take that charge right there. Wilson able to get his first point of the game. And this is a big foul right here because that's number 2 on Twain Wilson. We'll see if Coach Townsend leaves him in.
Here's Burnett the line. Burnett for 6 this season. Porter's out. Jason Monteri is in.
This has to be one of the only times that Twain Wilson has sat toward the end of the postseason.
Yeah, and James Torres will also pick up 2 fouls, so the 2 teams' best scorers, 1 for each side, picking up early foul trouble here. John Yoshimoto's also in. He's guarding wide. Oh, he got skirted. Oh, the little bucket! He broke his ankles and got the lay-in. Burnett runs the other way and scores.
Up and down action. This is what we asked for. Both teams making some plays right now. Both teams making each other pay in transition.
Monteri, no. Stevens hit the, looked like near the back of the backboard. Hit the bottom, in fact, and Muti gets it in. Actually go the other way. Offensive blocking foul. Oh, that came close. Kellner looked like he was going to push up with that forearm. Gets called for the block. And we'll go against Kobe Wyatt. Kobe. I love Yoshimoto's tenacity, right? Pop right back up and give it to Burnett.
And I don't know if you see on the screen, but Coach Townsend is yelling after every make or miss to tell his guys to get back on defense because Punahou is coming right back the other way. No time to celebrate makes against this buff and blue team.
Nice scoring. First quarter. Wyatt, the takeaway, goes up. Oh, what a finish.
Man, this young fellow, he's about to get the mango call right now.
3-point game.
Impressive by Kobe Wyatt.
Operessa Thomas attacks on the drive. It's fouled here. It's been real physical. It's on Jason Monteri.
Inadvertent pass by Uparessa there, and Kobe Wyatt cleaning it up. Look at that acrobatic finish. And then he has the little notion afterwards. No one more proud of than Kobe Wyatt is Coach Cat Thompson.
Blocked there by Stevens. It ended up out of bounds on Burnett. Cody Jones, Andre Uparessa Thomas, Kikai Burnett, Dash Watanabe, and John Yoshimoto on the floor here.
Best time to get a block is actually off the ball, not on it. And Stevens did a good job knowing that Burnett was going up with the shot. He came out of nowhere, blocked the ball out of bounds.
Why is that? Why the best way to block it?
Yeah, I think the defender can't see you, especially if he's spinning. And so usually that's what coaches tell their players.
Yeah, so we're just playing center field essentially. Watching and waiting, and that's a foul as Simbre tries to jump. As officials establishing kind of how they're going to call the game early. it has been very physical. Both teams have had chances to at least draw charges, and sometimes they'd let it go. Whistle there, it's on Simri, his first. Burnett, kid out of Nanakuli. Finally gets one down.
Burnett usually not the scorer on the team, more the enforcer, but came up with 8 points against Kamehameha Maui. Coach Darren calls that great.
They will hit them both, though. Good hands out there from Cody Jones. It is a kickball. This building is electric right now.
Cody Jones, one of those other guys that Coach Darren brings off the bench. Punahou's depth going to play a major factor tonight against Leilehua.
Monterrey. Rebound for Uparesa Thomas. Number 2 here to go along with 5 points. Punahou, 7 of 11 shooting here. Deep one, Burnett!
And did I say gravy? That's extra gravy by Burnett from 3-land.
He hit one against St. Louis, Kailua, and now Leilehua. Just his 3rd hit above the arc this season.
I think Leilehua really wants to try and take the last shot here. You do not want to give Punahou another possession toward the end of this quarter.
Down to 7. Ioane. Foul. Just the 3rd team foul here in the quarter. It'll go against John Yoshimoto. Oh, yeah, he hit that from the valley.
Not a bad foul by Punahou. They had some fouls to give, and so they get to reset their defense here with 4 seconds left.
4.1. Ioane will take it. Playoff level intensity as you would expect here in the state semifinals. Kikai Burnett establishing himself early. 7 points. A game high so far. 2 or 3 from the field. It's been fast. It's been physical. It's the playoffs, baby. Leilehua, Punahou, the Buff and Blue up 8.
This Spectrum OC16 sports presentation is sponsored by Zippies.
Hey, I'm officially a Zipster now. I signed up for Zipster Rewards, and now I get to feed on free Zippies.
Well, me too, but what does it mean to be a Zipster?
Being a Zipster rewards
getting an A for effort, win or lose the game.
Exactly. And one day, you'll have OZ cred.
So being a Zipster means loving Zippies same as always, only now it's more rewarding.
You got it.
Yeah.
Earn double Zipcoin reward points when you order from the Keiki menu at Zippy's Dine-In restaurants.
I'm 50-50, and I'm Heiha, and you're watching Spectrum OC16.
The thrill of watching University of Hawaii and local high school sports is available like never before. Catch your favorite games on television, stream them online, or even watch on the go with an incredible mobile app. Your sports watching experience is elevated to new heights because no matter where you are or what device you're using, the excitement is right at your fingertips with Spectrum Sports and Spectrum OC16.
Aloha everybody, I'm Howard Deshefsky, and on the next edition of Sports People Hawaii, we go one-on-one with 5-time world champion and Olympic gold medalist Carissa Moore. We also check out a man who knows everything about paying attention to details from your car to your keiki. And back to Carissa Moore, her father-in-law, a former UH football star, now turned super entrepreneur. We'll see you with these stories and much more on the next Sports People Hawaii, Saturdays at 7 o'clock and only on Spectrum OC16.
Saturday, Hawaii meets up with Long Beach State in the home stretch of the conference schedule. Rainbow Warrior basketball, only on Spectrum Sports.
Coming up, we'll have the Division II and Division I championships, the Heidi Cook State tournament tomorrow. We're on the air at 4:45, Game Day Hawaii delivered by Pizza Hut. We do know this, Seabury Hall, by virtue of their 1-point victory over University Laboratory, has advanced. A tight one again between Kohala and Kaimuki. You want to watch that game, it's on Spectrum XCast. Hey, shout out Punahou Alumni Band in the house in full force. right in that student section for the Buff and Blue. Punahou up 8 here, 22-14. Torres back in after 2 fouls that he picked up early through the first 2.5 minutes. Here's Porter. Torres trying to slide inside. The kid averaging 25 in the tournament, and he goes up with Ioane. And the Tide is going to force it the other way.
We'll see how both Torres and Wilson play with these 2 fouls, because it can sometimes affect the way you play.
I think that's clean.
Yep.
All clean. Here's Wilson. Slow offensively here to start. Just 2 points. 1 for 2. Wilson through contact. You know, you and I got to see him through the ORA tournament, through the regular season, through the preseason. He had 32 points. This kid is just something special, a complete turnaround and improvement from what it was last year.
Yeah, just poise. I think it's maturity. Poise and maturity. And talking to Coach Townsend this morning, funny how they just ran into each other in the hallway. When he came to Leilehua, hey, you play basketball? He said, yep. Okay, see you in the gym.
And then the rest is history after coming over from Richland Northeast High School in South Carolina. Mules get the ball there after the turnover. Wilson to Wyatt. 6 points for him. 3 of 4 from the floor. Double coming. Off Simbre. Deflected. Porter. Lead pass. Kellner saved it. Makapulai with it. Kellner calling for it and open in the corner. Here he is. The spacing here from Punahou. Here's Scanlon over the top of Ioane. And the Shan battle throw from Makapulai. You're out. It's out. Punahou ball.
2 save balls by Punahou on this possession alone. So smart, knowing where he is, throwing it off the body of a Mule defender.
Kellner rises, the back tap, ends up with Wyatt. Lead pass.
No.
Wilson. And we had 2 dunks early on yesterday against Kahuku. Gets a soft one there. Porter, what a good finish.
And as you see again, that transition defense from Leilehua has to get better. Coach Chad said that was a big key for them tonight. And Punahou, even off the dunk from Wilson, pushing it right away after the make.
There's Ioane working over Scanlon. Off of him. You can just feel it build to a crescendo when Leilehua gets out into the break. And Twain Wilson is leading the pack. Went up and kind of softly threw it down. We'll build some confidence for him. 5 points. Here's Kellner a 3. Tyree Wilson able to get the rebound.
What a battle, right? It's between Kobe Wyatt and Noah Makapulai.
Here's Twain, guarded by Porter. Stevens on a kick out and a drive. Wyatt floated it up, and it's Tyree Wilson to put it home.
Utility man, high motor, best rim runner on the team. Sneaky rebounder as well.
They're within 5 of the OI champs in the 2 seed in the tourney. Leilehua trying to get to the final for the first time in more than 40 years. Kellner goes glass. He's got 8 on his way to University of San Diego.
And he's definitely looking for his shot. Nice little bank off the 2-foot floater there.
Stevens just charging through. No, Wilson got denied by Porter. What a block there from the volleyball stud. And a whip into Torres. Oh, he missed it, but the rim shook. Count the bucket. It's a goaltend.
Man, I'm just impressed with Makapulai's vision right now. And that's why these Punahou guys run, because they know they're going to get the ball.
Good call on the goaltend. Off the glass above the cylinder. 9-point game. Blocking fouls. They try to get between Porter and Kellner. It'll go against Porter. Pick up his second. How about the pace of this game, huh?
Yep, up and down. Exactly how both teams want to play.
Remember, this is kind of similar to what it was in the Jim Allegre Invitational, which is almost like the official start of the preseason for so many teams. Makapulai batted up by Wyatt. And now Wyatt, they got numbers if they hurry. It's 4-on-1. Wyatt, Muti.
What a great look. Created separation from the Punahou defense, and Mr. Muti under the basket, ready to finish.
14 Division I football offers. Uparesa Thomas, no. Tip, no. This goes off of Muti.
And I really like Muti in the game for Leilehua. I know that maybe they want to go a little smaller, but I think he just brings a big physical presence in there for the Mules. And makes Punahou have to guard him on the block on the other side.
And Muti almost didn't decide to play basketball this year either. Was convinced by his mother to rejoin. James Tarris able to hit that one. And the lead is 9. You want to call him for it. Had a mismatch initially. JT. Oh, he missed a dunk! Muti saved it. Wrap around. And Watanabe gets it. Leilehua being outrun by the Buff and Blue right now. Stevens running through. Are we at Heminer or Manoa District Park? I can't tell here. Twice off the 10. Wilson off, no. And a foul there on the Buff and Blue. Again, Watanabe. We're going to catch our breath. 3:16 here to go.
Taco Bell is so good and so cheap.
I know, right?
I wonder why. What if they know we're broke? What if they're trying to be the good guys?
Ah. Thanks, Taco Bell!
Grab your boxes, lock and key, and a song you need. Storing at the Lake self-storage. Attackers rentals online. Fresh specials all the time. Storing at the Lake self-storage.
Yes, Maui has some beautiful roads, but they can turn hazardous because of one negligent driver. If you're injured in an accident, call us. We can help you.
When you work at Taco Bell, your days are flexible. Catch a break in the morning and still have time to cram for exams. Then learn on the job at Taco Bell too. Apply at tacobellhawaii.com/careers.
The all-time great guy, by the way. Now that he's graduated, several years out of high school, I just love being a dad right now. Growing up in that Mililani area, supporting Josh Simbre. It's a happy guy. 3:16 here to go in the half. Where Leilehua shot 10 of 22 from the floor. Leilehua has 6 turnovers as well. Punahou's gotten 8 points off those 6 turnovers here. And they lead by nearly double digits. Wilson comes to the ball. Wilson a 3. Maybe that'll jumpstart the engine here. It's his 12th three-pointer in postseason play.
Leilehua also running that European offense, and Wilson doing a good job hiding behind the screen and knocking down the three.
Paressa Thomas, 7 points for him. The scoring's been evenly distributed here. He's one of 5 players for Punahou with at least 5 points right now. Matsu said, hey, we have to stop their playmakers, namely Twain Wilson. We're going to disguise some defenses. We're going to attack him. We're going to blitz him. Throw some different looks. They've kept it to 8 points, which is kind of lukewarm by his standards. Wyatt takes the baseline, flipped it to Muti. You know, it helps when you're 6'7", going up over the top, and he scored it.
Good awareness by Muti, too, with Wyatt driving the baseline. Good job of adjusting to the read and react.
Yeah, the mid-range game has really improved for Punahou here. Paressa Thomas is proving just that. He's got now a game-high 9.
It's a matter of time before he was going to break out and have one of those special games. Maybe tonight's one of those nights.
Wilson a pull-up. Burnett the rebound. Hard to believe his first rebound tonight. 8-point game. Here's Porter. Everyone's been flying around all over the floor. Porter, kick, Makapulai, won't take that. Here's Watanabe. His brother Drake Watanabe was a great player here at Punahou, won an OIA championship at Roosevelt during his playing career as well. Paressa Thomas wide right. Stevens gets the block on Watanabe.
I think this last minute here is going to be really big for Leilehua. If they can notch together a couple of stops and maybe get 1 or 2 scores, they're going to be right there in striking distance for the second half.
Paressa Thomas short. They want to run. Wyatt. Oh, great pick. Makapula. Watanabe against Ioane. Dash. Drops one down. Was it touched? It looked like it was deflected. With no touch.
Football player to football player. And Dash Watanabe with the finish. Team captain, the stabilizer of this ball club. Understands what the team needs all the time and accepts his role. That's somebody you want to coach.
Porter. No good. No rebound there for Wyatt. There's Watanabe, as you mentioned. Shot clock did not reset, didn't hit the rim. Down to 14 now on the red clock. Paressa Thomas saw it. 10 to shoot. And a 10-second differential. Dribbling it off his foot. Diving Makapulai. Wilson. Lost it. 10 to shoot. Wilson to his brother, Tyree. Chance to get a good shot here. Paressa Thomas. 3 to go. Lost it. And we hit the half. High scoring. First half here. 38 to 30. It's a little bit of everything. Got the dunk in. Physical in the paint. But it's Punahou with the lead at the half.
This Spectrum OC16 sports presentation is sponsored by New City Nissan.
Heart pumping, muscles extending. Every body is a miracle. And though we share so much, everybody is unique. What's your passion? Hold on to it. We're here to help. With a personalized approach to a healthier you. Hawaii Pacific Health.
Saturday, it's the biggest night of the year, and the red carpet's rolled out for a championship coronation. It's the Heidi and Cook Boys Basketball State Championships, only on OC16, exclusively on Spectrum.
Hey, how's it? I'm Lanai, and you're watching Spectrum, OC16.
At Spectrum News, we're committed to strengthening the fabric of local communities through our coverage.
Watch your favorite local sports on your smart TV and connected devices, streaming live 24/7 on Spectrum Sports and OC16. With on-demand weather forecasts and news that matters on the Spectrum News mobile app. Keeping you informed throughout the day. Spectrum News, your community connection. Exclusively for Spectrum customers. Now available on your favorite devices.
Let's get cooking.
So just follow me.
Thursday, Hawaii faces UC Davis in its second to the last home game of the season. Rainbow Wahine basketball, only on Spectrum Sports.
Punahou head coach Darren Matsup told me this morning 2 words: contain Twain. So far, he's got 8 points in the first half, but these have not been easy points whatsoever because of Punahou's defense.
Yeah, and he's been in foul trouble as well. Had 2 early fouls. Everywhere he goes, Punahou goes. And that's pretty much what Punahou's game plan was: shadow him at every corner.
38-30, the Buff and Blue had the lead here. Felipe Ojoster with Ryan Hirata and Tom Yoshida. On the Punahou side of things, what have they done effectively well through your eyes for the first 16 minutes?
Yeah, well, we talked about it in the pregame. They're pressuring up. They're picking up full court. They're making Leilehua make some bad decisions in the backcourt, and it's leading to some easy baskets for Punahou to be able to reset up their press after they score.
What do you think about the physicality that we've seen here so far from both teams?
Well, I think the physicality and the speed, right, is just nonstop. And so when you play at this tempo, you're going to get physicality that comes with the territory. And so for both teams to go up and down, up and down, up and down, you're bound to get run into some bodies.
And we shall see if that pace can sustain over the course of 2 more quarters of play. It's do or die at this point here. Survive and advance the winner to tomorrow's final against St. Louis.
My French toast sticks are back, starting at $2.50. Now with a sweet new twist: cinnamon sugar churro. Dunk, bite, and savor them any time of day or all day. It's totally up to you. Only for a limited time.
Welcome to Jock in the Box. I got me a paradise. It's your paradise too.
There's this beach. It's kind of a secret. I said secret.
Perfect getaways call for the perfect island ride. Honda SUVs. Roomy, reliable, rugged. To make getting to your getaway half the fun. Now get into a CRV for just $299 a month. Or any CRV with low 2.9% APR.
See a Hawaii Honda dealer today. Tell them Henry sent you.
Oh, hey, Jack, going up?
Actually, no, Justine. My famous 2 tacos are still just 99 cents when you order on the Jack app or online. Could you press 6, please? I'm going up. Get my famous 2 tacos for just 99 cents, only on the Jack app or online.
Mike's Engraving and Trophies, the official provider for Spectrum OC16 and Spectrum XCast.
You know, there are so many hip-hop artists that remind us you can't forget about Dre. And Leilehua cannot do that here today. Andre Uparesta Thomas putting on a show through the first 2 quarters.
Yeah, it was bound to happen. He was going to break out at some point in this tournament. 4 of 8 from the field, 9 points, doing it from the mid-range and then doing it attacking the basket as well. Solid player overall, and like I said, 1-2 punch with James Tarras.
Let's dive into the digits and take a look at the Jack in the Box halftime stats. What stands out to you?
Yeah, I think both teams are evenly shooting field goal percentage-wise. Both teams hitting 3-pointers, Punahou with 3 more. But I think what stands out is Punahou's assists. 11 assists on 15 field goals. That means they're sharing the basketball.
So how does Leilehua get back into this here in this 3rd quarter?
Well, I think we have to remember, against Kahuku the other night, they were down 7 at halftime, went on an 8-0 run to start the 3rd quarter. And so if you're Leilehua, you can't panic. All right, you're still in Punahou's house, but at the same time, you have been here before throughout the postseason, so you just have to chip away, and you just got to let the chips fall where they may.
So we shall see what will happen here in quarters 3 and 4. The winner advances to the championship round. It's been high energy all throughout the evening. Punahou up 8 here on Spectrum OC16.
This Spectrum OC16 sports presentation is sponsored by Pizza Hut and Taco Bell.
If you get hurt riding waves like this, there's not much we can do for you. But if you're injured in an accident, call us. We can help you.
Hey, I'm officially a Zipster now. I signed up for Zipster Rewards, and now I get to feed on free Zippies.
Well, me too, but what does it mean to be a Zipster?
Being a Zipster rewards
rolling in like a hero at the potluck.
Exactly. And one day, you'll have OZ cred.
So being a Zipster means loving Zippies same as always, only now it's more rewarding.
You got it.
Yeah.
Back for a limited time. Furikake Miso Salmon Katsu Plate or Salad and Hawaiian Plate Deluxe.
Saturday, Hawaii meets up with Long Beach State in the home stretch of the conference schedule. Rainbow Warrior Basketball, only on Spectrum Sports.
It's my favorite segment here, Ryan. Back in the day, all right? We're going to go back in the day to year 1983, which was Leilehua's last HHSAA Division I championship game, all right? Number one song, our favorite, right? Every Breath You Take by the Police, right?
I know that song.
Yeah, right? Shout out Sting. I'm sure he watches OC16. Number one movie, by the way, Return of the Jedi. So for all you Star Wars fans out there, Microsoft Word. That's the year it debuted. Game show. And Tommy Sheen, I know, is a big game show fan. Jeopardy came out, Press Your Luck, Wheel of Fortune, they debuted in that year, and Zippy's opens their Wahiawa location as well. So what a year. I was minus 5 years old.
I was minus 2. And I have ordered from Zippy's Wahiawa before.
That's right. And I have used Microsoft Word. So this has been a incredible and memorable run here for Leilehua. And they are still buzzing about that OI championship game. Really one of the best championship games in recent history. Knocking off a Mililani squad. And boy, both of their paths went completely different directions by the time the state tournament hit. But that's one thing they're not going to take away here from this team. That moment of winning an OI title for the first time in 36 years.
Yeah, that last minute of, I believe, the first half was really big for both teams. Punahou went up 10, and then Leilehua was able to respond with a bucket of their own before the half. And so again, we have to remember, Kahuku was up 7 on Leilehua last night.
Yeah.
And Leilehua was able to put a run together early in the third quarter. Going to be interesting to see if they can step on the gas pedal and do that again.
Chad Townsend, his team in 1973 able to win the championship back when Richard Townsend was the head coach.
Let me tell you something about Chad Townsend and his staff. Not just coaching basketball, he's coaching life. And played in our summer league, plays a lot of off-season ball, and they call it the Townsend and Simbre Express because all of the kids jump in their van and car, and he carpools them to the games.
That's crazy, right?
That's the commitment that Coach Townsend has given his players, and that's why they love to play for him, is because he coaches them both on and off the court.
That's a premium Uber, in my estimation.
Not even a tip.
Yeah. It's pretty good. Okaresa Thomas with Taurus on the floor, who saved it. And here comes Wyatt to join the two Wilson boys. Simbre and Ioana here to start the third. Simbre, strong. Taurus able to get the rebound. Taurus able to take it all the way. Porter, yes. Evan Porter, so good on this team. You don't cover him, he's gone in a flash.
Great athlete. Like you said, committed to Stanford for volleyball. need a type of guy like that on every team.
And now he's heavily guarding Twain Wilson. Good coverage there from Torres to get the deflection. Still loose. Here's Kellner now. Makapulai on the push. Down the middle and floated with the left. It's short. Twain Wilson gets his second rebound here this evening. Twain trying to be real effective. Here's Wyatt. Long on the three. Uparesa Thomas. 3 on 2 this side. Transition triple. It's Kellner.
Kellner really feeling it tonight. That's his 3rd 3 on the night. When he's hitting, Punahou is tough to beat.
Wilson guarded by Torres. Wilson a 3. Short. Wilson got it back. Tries to get active on the glass. No. His brother Tyree gets it. Second and third chance opportunities to help Leilehua. They're great on the glass in the OIA playoffs to allow him to beat Kailua in double overtime in Mililani to claim the title. Wilson, yes.
He's had a couple of those tonight. Right place, right time. Again, right around the basket, always ready for an offensive rebound. Has 8 double-figure games this year in the OIA.
Torres easy at the rim, but too strong. Oh, look at that one-handed interception from Makapulai. The football stood, faked it, and missed it though, but what a play. It'll stay here. You know, he plays receiver, but he could have easily been a corner or a DP. Look at this.
I'll tell you what, he's about 5'5", 5'6". But I think you got to throw it a little higher than that now, at least 7 to 8 feet.
Yeah.
Because he has great anticipation skills.
He's springy, too. Kellner feeling it. Couldn't hit his 4th. Wyatt chased down the rebound in the corner. Leilehua's like this pace, but they haven't been able to hit shots despite shooting 44% from the floor. They've turned over the ball 2 more times than Leilehua, or than Punahou. Here's Wilson. Flat on the 3. Here comes Makapulai. Porter. Oh, how did he get it to Uparesa Thomas? Wilson. Blocking foul. You know, they're putting so much pressure on him. Wilson's have to reroute to get to the ball. They're trying to tire him out, and some of these shots have come up a little flat. In the meantime, Porter able to drop a dime. How was your endurance and speed when you played at Iolani?
Well, it was air conditioned, so kind of hurt my lungs a little bit.
45-32. Wide here to Muti. Again, Porter guards him. Wilson guarded by Uparesa Thomas to challenge the shot. Wayne Wilson now 3 of 9 from the floor. Everything flowing here for Punahou. Kellner a 3. He's on fire.
That's his spot. Right in the corner.
Dylan Kellner. Have yourself a night.
Taco Bell is so good and so cheap.
I know, right? I wonder why.
What if they know we're broke? What if they're trying to be the good guys?
Yeah. Thanks, Taco Bell!
It was important that 15 Craigside allow pets because Viva, our Havanese, is part of our family.
We looked at all the other alternatives for senior living, and 15 Craigside presented the most comprehensive senior living services, including guaranteed lifetime care.
From our personal experience, what I would say to anyone considering moving into 15 Craigside is don't wait, because the window of opportunity might not be there when you're ready.
Let's do this.
should have changed first. Oh, come on. Ugh. Nice. Ow, 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 ow. I think I pulled something. I thought this was supposed to be low impact. Sometimes starting a new sport can be a real pain, but luckily, My Longs has everything I need.
Make Longs a part of your day.
When you work at Taco Bell, your days are flexible. Catch a break in the morning and still have time to cram for exams. Then learn on the job at Taco Bell too. Apply at tacobellhawaii.com/careers.
Punahou out to their largest lead already. They have 5 fast break points. And Dylan Kellner with 11 points right now. It's another double-figure game for him and one shy of tying his season high. He's at 4 threes.
Yeah, Punahou spreading the wealth. Porter with 9, Kellner with 11, Uparesa Thomas with 11, James Taras relatively quiet at 3 for 6 from the field with 6. But when Punahou spreads it around just like St. Louis, that's when they're at their best, and that's why they are so dangerous.
4 threes entering tonight in postseason play. He already has 3 in this game alone, so 7 here in the playoffs. Wilson harassed, and another timeout taken here by Leilehua. And now Leilehua's down. Only a couple.
And I think this is one of those situations where Punahou's depth is just so important in a state tournament like this, because you need legs down the stretch of the tournament. They come at you with wave after wave after wave, sub after sub, and sometimes you even forget who's on the court for them because they sub so much. But you got to ask yourself if the Mules are a little fatigued right now. Play a lot of minutes, go 7 and 8 deep. And Twin Wilson has played a lot of minutes over the course of this postseason and OIA season as well.
I think Darren Matsuda, a dozen years as the head coach of this program. At one point, and now still is really, I think, actually at this point, the longest active head coach in the ILH of all the teams here. A former intermediate and varsity assistant. He coached the Sharks team. He's been with Punahou since the 06 season, even when Dan Hale was the head coach. And now he's trying to go up against, I guess, his former boss, if you want to call it that, in the final by the end of tonight. But he led those teams to titles in 2012 and 2018. Is that depth a big reason why this team has been so dangerous by the time the state tournament rolls around?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you play a ton of guys, and each of those guys are going to have some big nights, and that's why I believe Kellner's having a night tonight, is because he's ready for the moment. You know, and speaking of Darren Matsuda, I'll tell you what, this guy is one of the hardest working coaches, not only in the ILH, but in the state. He handed me his scouting packet before the game, and I think it was 343 pages.
I'm telling you, it's so meticulous with his notes. It's crazy. Muti, the soft baby hook.
How much has he improved?
Massive. Literally. Uparesa Thomas, the press picking up here for Leilehua defensively. Watanabe, a wraparound, but he threw it away. Here's Wilson, guarded by Watanabe. Leilehua's got to hit shots and get stops. String them together here. Wyatt feeds to Twain. 15 to shoot here. Twain, Wilson. Nobody rolled to the goal. Here's Tyree. And now Tristan Stevens. A bit quiet here tonight. Muti. 6 to shoot. Someone's got a hoist. 2 to shoot. Stevens. 34 seconds. They came up with nothing. Here's Dylan Kellner.
Great defensive possession by Punahou that time down the floor.
Oh, nice move. Taras got position, spun by Wyatt for the bucket.
Look familiar? That high-low action from Posialai to Pupu, and that one from Uparesa Thomas to James Taras.
Punahou had a lot of time to reflect, especially after that long layoff when they won the regular season, up until they had the ILH final against St. Louis. Lost that, couldn't execute well, another flat start. Uparessa Thomas will go to the line. But since then, Punahou's just been on a monstrous tear right now.
Yeah, these two, 1-2 punch. Uparessa Thomas to Terrace on the block. And James Terrace last night, 24 points against Kamehameha Hawaii.
Uparessa Thomas poured in 15 of his own with 10 rebounds and 4 assists for the second team selection in the ILH All-Star a year ago. Dermot Smith's been very proud of his progress. Of course, he transferred in from the continent. Times he's been the best player of the floor on both sides of the ball, defense and offense. Of course, then there's Mission Uparessa Thomas, who's over at Marino. It's that brotherly bond out there, and able to hit the free throw. Porter trying to close in on Twain Wilson. Wilson, oh my goodness. He got by 3 buff and blue players. Still scored it.
When he goes right, he's hard to stop. He got a little edge on the sideline and tiptoed all the way to the cup, and really not surprised with that finish by him, right? Because he does that all the time.
Just acrobatic shots as Uparessa Thomas is short. Rebound there from Mutsi. Down this side. 10 points here for Twain Wilson. This one might be the most difficult. Look at that. Uparessa Thomas flying by, using the body, times it perfectly. Really showing some great leadership this season. Wyatt, long on the 3. He'll go off of Porter. Here with 100 seconds to go in the third. Leilehua has never led in this game.
This is the interesting part about Punahou's defense is they play a ton of man in the half court, but when the ball is taken basket out of bounds, they set up in a little 2-3 zone look.
And with 1:40 remaining. Tom, we have a stoppage here?
Yeah, it looks like the officials reviewed and it showed that they need to put the shot clock back in its original position of 25 seconds.
I see, because it...
No change of possession.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So it wasn't change of possession.
Correct.
Thank you, Tom. Here's Wyatt. Here's Monteri now. 15 to shoot. Twain Wilson. Nylon. Before the drive and the shot, Taurus will take it. He gets fouled. And we'll go against Simbre to pick up the personal.
And you know what's interesting, right? When you're right-handed, when you dribble left to pull up for your jumper, it's actually more comfortable than when you dribble right to pull up for your jumper.
More fluid motion?
It's just way more fluid motion.
Kellner in the lane. Didn't get a clean catch, and there's a foul. Go against the Mules. It'll go against Mateus Ioane. Third foul of the quarter here for the Mules. Just trying to chip into this and get this thing down to maybe single digits for one last run in the fourth. Punahou trying to get to the final for the first time since 2018. They knocked off Kahuku to win that recent state championship 6 years ago. Watanabe, Taurus, open.
Punahou been really successful with those dump-offs on the block, jump stopping in the paint.
Wanted to travel and get. James Terrace was calling for it too. Wilson off on the 3. Makapuai hustling, ended up in the stand, still loose. Look who I found. Ioane. Barreling over guys.
I feel like I'm watching the game on an elliptical right now.
There's not a backcourt violation. Didn't have 3 points of contact in the front court. Offensive foul, James Terrace. This is maximum effort we're seeing from both teams here. Ioane stood his ground.
It's as cliche as it gets, right? When you're a coach, effort, sacrifice with the body on the charge there, intensity, passion. That's all you can ask for.
Trying to cut this thing down to either 12 or 11 here for the Mules. Leilehua can hold for the final, and they will, looks like. All right, lost it. Someone gave it up to Simbre, and he drew a foul on Watanabe. Simbre landed hard. They call this one on Kellner. Look at these two guys. Oh, chest bump. As he lands, thankfully he tucked that head in.
And Simbre is as tough as they come.
And right in the ribs, and just intended to by Lenny Baum, the athletic trainer. I'll tell you what, and Kai Burnett, not a small kid, by the way, 6'4" senior, like a sturdy 230.
Yeah, two guys on the block. Ioane and Burnett both going to play Division I college football next year.
10 here to shoot in third. A whip into Tyree Wilson. Trying to get one off. Watanabe up ahead. Upares and Thomas. This is good if it goes. We get the fourth. Punahou takes a 12-point lead. Off we go to the fourth quarter. The winner advances to the Division I State Championship. And this presentation of the Heidi and Cook Boys Basketball State Championship Tournament on Spectrum OC16 from Hemeter continues after this.
OC16.tv has the games you want. Go to the homepage to find the channel under the Now Playing section. Enter your Spectrum username and password.
My French toast sticks are back, starting at $2.50. Now with a sweet new twist: cinnamon sugar churro. Dunk, bite, and savor them any time of day or all day. It's totally up to you. Only for a limited time.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Heart pumping. Muscles extending. Every body is a miracle. And though we share so much, everybody is unique. What's your passion? Hold on to it. We're here to help. With a personalized approach to a healthier you. Hawaii Pacific Health.
I am a senior enlisted soldier. My brother is at the Pentagon, and my nephew is a pilot in the same unit that I am in.
Very proud father. Being in uniform is a legacy in our family. You'll be surprised what the National Guard can bring to you.
I joined initially growing up with my dad already in the Guard, and I seen everything it provided for us, and I thought when it's time for me to have my own family, I'd want to do the same thing for them. Every day I go up to fly. I don't know, I can't think of any better job than this. Building a legacy is something really important to me, and if that's important to you as well, go online or give the Hawaii National Guard a call.
We're not supposed to be out here, which is exactly why we are. With standard all-wheel drive, specially tuned off-road drive mode, designed to bring the outdoors in. The off-road ready Mazda CX-50. We're looking for outsiders.
Discover exceptional financing options like up to 60-month 0% financing on eligible models. Oahu's exclusive Mazda dealer, Cutter Mazda of Honolulu and Waipahu.
My double bonus jack combo gives you double the seasoned beef and double the cheese. Let's see that again. Double beef, double cheese, 2 ads for the price of 1. Not bad.
Leilehua cheer squad in the house. Shout out Darcy Yukamoto, the head coach of that cheerleading team. Man, they've racked up a whole lot of miles because of the success of the girls basketball team. Occasionally come out to baseball games too and support, and so baseball and softball season just around the corner. Well done, all you Wahila people, showing up and showing out and showing your spirit. Fourth quarter begins here at Hemeter with Ryan Hirata and Tom Yoshida, Felipe Ojastro. 8 minutes at least to figure out who St. Louis will face in tomorrow's championship game. Here's Wilson, a dozen points here, but it's all 5 of 12 shooting from the floor. Guarded by Watanabe. Gets in the lane, wraps it around the Ioane. A good start.
Definitely a good start and good attack by Twain Wilson to get Ioane a good look underneath the basket.
Porter dished it off. Watanabe cleared it out. Here's Porter again. Terrace. He traveled? Yes, he did. Good call, Daniel Matsumura. That slight hesitation there, and that pressure forced the turnover.
And as much as we saw Punahou pulling away in that third quarter, right? Back down to a 10-point game again for Leilehua.
Wilson cross it over, guys. Leaking out to Wyatt. Wyatt. No. Big job from Terrace to guard it and alter the shot. He ends up with the rebound. It helps when you're 6'4". It's just that wide wingspan. Diving down the lane, Terrace. Got fouled. It'll go against Ioane.
That's why I think it's important when you play a team that is just really good in transition. If you're in transition yourself, you either want to score or you want to get fouled and you want to get to the free throw line, because everybody is usually under the basket for your team, and it gives the opponent an advantage now to outnumber you on their fast break.
Terrace 9th in the league in the state in scoring. 16 points per game, 24 as we mentioned. Got 10 double-figure games. He has 8 straight double-figure games. Make it 9 consecutive now.
And he's just been a solid overall player and leader for Coach Darren Matsuda and the Buff and Blue. A self-made player, according to Coach Matsuda.
Keep in mind, Leilehua got 1 timeout the rest of the way here. So if they get this thing close, they need to be near perfect here, down 11. And 6:40 to go in the semifinals. Wyatt, a 3. Uparesa Thomas. Porter one-on-one with Wilson. Gave it to Terrace. Porter tipped it out. Leilehua ball. Look at the steadiness here. Of the players for sure. But Reggie Rance working the camera. Well done, sir. Leilehua has only hit 1 perimeter shot. 1 for 10 above the arc.
Leilehua running that chin action. Looking for that flare for Wilson.
Oh, what a save there. And a block by Porter. 5 to shoot. They got to get it up. And it's intercepted. Here's Uparesa Thomas. Ioane from behind. Took his lunch money. Picked his pocket. Wyatt drives. Foul Makapulai. Foul on the floor as it was called by Tanapo. This is not cold Porter. This is an angry Porter.
Well, he's used to swatting volleyballs, so why not swat some basketballs too?
Fresh shot clock here for Leilehua. Trying to get it down to 9 or 8. Wyatt across the lane. Through it. Away. 13 turnovers here for Leilehua.
Yeah, these possessions start to get tougher and tougher as the clock starts to wind down and you see your lead to catch up is at 11.
Kellner fakes it. I haven't seen too much from Tristan Stevens on the offensive side. He's been great defensively. Terrace against Muti. Try to slide one in, and flying in is Porter.
There he is. Usually flying at the net, now he's flying at the rim.
Ball goes out of bounds, he'll stay on this side. 13-point game. Look at Evan Porter. Just flying. He's got 11 points. 4 Buff and Blue players have scored in double figures here. For Porter, that's just his 3rd double-figure game of the season. Muti has the mismatch on Porter. Triple team coming. Makapula stole it. And now they're pushing. Terrace. Foul. It'll go on Tristan Stevens. On the other side, that was a great job to kind of bait Muti to think he had the mismatch, and then everyone just blitzes right after the big guy.
And again, you've got to credit Porter because he was actually behind Muti to give his teammates time and buy them time to come and help.
Terrace really turning his game around over the last couple of years after coming through the JV program a few years ago. Been effective at the line. 9 of 14 entering. 3 of 4 right there. Forearm check from Makapula to pick up the personal. That's his third.
Yeah, suffered an ankle injury during his freshman season, but has recovered and has worked on his body in the offseason to prepare himself for this senior year run. And he has been one of the most consistent top players in the ILH this season.
Pass a tad wide, brother to brother, Tyree to Twain. Here's Stevens. Crashing through. There's a foul. Stevens will be forever known as the guy who gave Leilehua that go-ahead three-pointer, the eventual game winner of the OI championship. And a good find from Twain Wilson. Tristan Stevens here tonight, just 2 points.
Yeah, transfer from Waiakea. Coach Townsend calls him the X Factor. Actually had 4 threes against Punahou in that first preseason game when they played.
There's Porter, 5 of 8 from the floor. Uparesa Thomas, 13 points. Can't get 3 more. Look at that. Makapula, the smallest guy in that group, against 6'4" Tristan Stevens, 6'7" Uimuti. And he still keeps the ball on their side.
I think about that's the 5th or 6th time he saved the ball from going out of bounds and threw it off somebody's body.
Timeout Punahou. And we step aside as well. Punahou, firm control right now, up 15. Trying to get to tomorrow's championship game.
Hardware Hawaii, your Mapunapuna hardware store. At Hardware Hawaii Mapunapuna, our experienced team is happy to help you with any of your home project or construction job. Meet our contractor, sales specialist Jerry.
I've been in the business for over 20 plus years. Our team is here, ready and willing to help you find what you need.
So come on down. We're here, ready to help. Hardware Hawaii. Customer first in Mapunapuna.
Hey, I'm officially a Zipster now. I signed up for Zipster rewards, and now I get to feed on free Zippies.
Well, me too, but what does it mean to be a Zipster?
Being a Zipster rewards
getting an A for effort, win or lose the game.
Exactly. And one day, you'll have OZ cred.
So being a Zipster means loving Zippies same as always, only now it's more rewarding.
You got it.
Yeah.
Earn double Zipcoin reward points when you order from the Keiki menu at Zippy's Dine-In restaurants.
Saturday, it's the biggest night of the year, and the red carpet's rolled out for a championship coronation. It's the Heidi and Cook Boys Basketball State Championships, only on OC 16, exclusively on Spectrum.
Thursday, Hawaii faces UC Davis in its second to the last home game of the season. Rainbow Wahine basketball, only on Spectrum Sports.
Well, this is a team that's been battle-tested and found ways to win the close ones. Look at that, 3 games decided by 6 points or less. Critical games too, right? OI semifinals, OI championship, and then the state quarterfinals over Kahuku, albeit all against OI opponents. Here for Leilehua, though.
He's a great coach.
Amazing, right, Chad Townsend?
Great coach, great person.
Okay, they pull it off, though. Ball goes out. Looks like it went off of Wilson. There's Porter. Punahou shooting 50% from the floor. 23 of 46. Taras got his man up and went to the right. Got the heel, and Uparesa Thomas. 15 for him.
You don't realize it, but those tip backs on the offensive glass, they're not as easy as it looks.
But he makes it look easy. That's the crazy thing, right? Muti. At the nimbleness of Muti, just couldn't put it down. Down to the final 3.5. All tied at 41 on XCast between Kohala and Kaimuki in Division 2 semifinal. The winner to take on Seabury Hall. The championship game. Look at Muti. Flat-footed block. Wyatt slipping around Muti here. That one blocked by Uparesa Thomas. And a foul by Muti. The SWAT team is out tonight. That's like a fly at the potluck.
That's kind of like, hey man, I owe you one.
Yeah, give him a receipt.
As fast as Punahou has played this entire game, let's see if they slow it down a little bit here. Take some time off the clock. Up 17 with under 3 to play.
Uparesa Thomas, yes.
I guess he's making the mid-range game cool again, huh?
Mm-hmm. A lost art, man. And for Uparesa Thomas, 17 points. Too shy of his season high of 19 that he had against Mid-Pacific earlier this year. Here is Wyatt. Threading that one to Tyree Wilson. Evan Porter knew he fouled him, and no argument there. So Porter picks up the third, and Tyree Wilson to the line. 5 of 7 at the tournament from the free throw line. All tied at 43 between Kaimuki and Kohala. If Punahou wins, by the way, we'll have a 23rd all ILH state final, the first since Kamehameha and Marino went head-to-head in 2020. Team won by Marino, second of a back-to-back state championship run for Kelly Grant's crew. Look out. Here's Uparesa Thomas, who had 17 points and 8 rebounds. Taras. Much sharper Punahou team here tonight. Here's Wilson. Uparesa Thomas still running. Oh, what a soft finger roll there from Wilson. 14 for him.
Still playing hard, still playing passing lanes. And Kellner still scoring.
13 for him. Season high for Dylan Kellner now. On 5 of 8 shooting from the field. Kick, Monteri. Ioane. In all likelihood, Leilehua will end up in the 3rd place game against Kalaheo tomorrow at the Blaisdell. It'll be the 1 o'clock game.
What a career for this guy.
Yeah.
I know it's disappointing that he probably won't get to play for a state championship, but what he's done and what his team has done throughout the entire season and the memories that they're going to make after winning such close games in the OIA championship and then winning last night against Kahuku. That's what these guys are going to come back and remember 5-6 years from now.
There's a guy who's only averaged 12 points per game last year, and he's nearly double that this season in his senior campaign. And it's very optimistic, too, because Leilehua has got 4 seniors. You see the numbers that he had in the playoffs. There's Uparessa Thomas. I'm sure not that it matters to Uparessa Thomas. I'm sure he's unaware he's 1 rebound away from a double-double. Sitting on 17 points and 9 rebounds. And there's a turnover. Number 15 here for the Buff and Blue. I don't know where Porter gets that energy from, man. He's just been all over the floor. He's been diving on the floor. Been guarding. It's the best offensive weapon throughout the night. Twain Wilson hits a 3. He's got 17 points now. 15th double-figure game of the season. And Punahou, all but a formality. Good touch here to Terrace. Gets the 2. 15 for him. About a 4-second differential. Final seconds, Wilson pulls. Porter the rebound. And Punahou, in all likelihood, can dribble this out, and Buff Nation's going to love it. They felt the heartbreak of losing to St. Louis twice this season. Will round 4 be the charm for Punahou? A chance to win the crown tomorrow night. Everything worked here tonight for the Buff and Blue. And a shot at redemption. And a shot and another record in the record book. They win this one by 18. Punahou advances to the state final.
Oh, yeah. Hot honey pizza and wings from Pizza Wahat.
Pizza Wahat.
Pizza Wahat. Hot honey pizza and wings. It's the first new flavor to make you say, pizza what?
Yes, Maui has some beautiful roads, but they can turn hazardous because of one negligent driver. If you're injured in an accident, call us. We can help you.
Keeping Hawaii student athletes in top shape starts with protecting their team. Can help protect all sports athletes. Custom-fit mouth guards can lessen the impact of a sports injury to the head, protecting the mouth, jaw, and face. Parents, encourage your student athletes to ask their coach or school's athletic director about using a mouth guard so they can live well and smile more with HDS.
Oh, yeah. Hot honey pizza and wings from
Pizza Wahat. Pizza Wahat.
Pizza Wahat. Hot honey pizza and wings. It's the first new flavor to make you say, pizza what?
Well, Punahou advances to the championship game tomorrow, gets another crack at St. Louis, and this time it's for the ultimate prize. That little trophy that weighs 3 feet tall, weighs about 8 pounds, and what it represents here for the Buff and Blue as they try and capture yet another state title. As we take a look at our Hawaii Honda dealers impact player, of course, it's Andre Uparessa Thomas, 17 points, 9 rebounds. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, so you knew what Leilehua brought to the table, right? I'm sure you saw them play Kuku. What was the game plan heading into tonight?
We know that they play a very similar style of basketball to us. So it was basically like coming in playing ourselves. And we know ourselves more than anybody else knows us. So we were very prepared coming in.
Yeah, you guys were dominant tonight from start to finish. And now you get the ultimate prize. You get to play for the state championship. against a team that you've already played 3 times this year. They got you guys twice. You got them once. How excited are you guys to be playing for a state title tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, we're ecstatic. Like, this is like the big goal that everybody has playing in ILH, and I know we are a super senior heavy team, so our sophomore year, our junior year, we didn't make it, and now we're finally here, so we're ready to punch it.
What'd you learn from those losses to St. Louis?
What we got from those losses, we just learned to stay in the moment and stay the course. When we go down, not getting down on ourselves and giving up the game, just staying in it and continuing the fight.
You take a look at your highlights here on your 17.9 rebound performance. How much fun is it to play with guys like Dylan and James and all those guys, and even Kid Kai? What's that like?
I mean, it's great. Like I said, we're a super senior heavy team, so we've been playing with each other for a long time, so we have great chemistry, and you see how we get up and down the court. It's super fun playing with those guys.
What's the difference between you and Mission?
Oh, I'm just all around better. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, well, yeah. Your first one. How many? This your first one?
It's my second one.
Your second? Where's the first one in your house?
It's hanging up right, like, in the middle of the living room.
Okay, where's this one going to go?
Probably right next to it.
Okay, I appreciate it. Okay, well, and they're looking for the bigger one tomorrow at the Blaze, so congratulations, Andre.
Thank you.
We work here today, 19 points, 17 points, 9 rebounds. As you take a look at the Hawaii Honda-Dealers impact player for Leilehua. A tough one here, but I'll tell you what, Tyree Wilson did a great job here for the Mules tonight, Coach, and they needed his effectiveness on the glass, inside the paint. He delivered in a lot of different ways. And the offense was a bit stagnant. He helped deliver here for Leilehua.
Yeah, I mean, they needed a spark, and he provided that for them. Obviously, a tough way to go down tonight, but you cannot discredit what Leilehua did all season long. They just didn't have enough in the tank in the second half to make a run, but still fought to the end. I know Coach Tad Townsend is going to be really proud of this group.
Kohala just knocked off Kaimuki, by the way, so Kohala gets another chance at a back-to-back run at the state title. They take on Seabury Hall, so if you're flip-flopping back and forth, we just saw a wire-to-wire victory here from a very good Punahou team that did not trail at all here in this game.
Yeah, they really put the pedal to the metal tonight, and they had a home game. They made use of that home game, and they took care of business. You know, I think at the end of the day, you know, when you talk about this team's depth, you know, they had a bunch of guys in double figures tonight. It wasn't just Uparesa Thomas. And it hasn't just been one guy all year. It's been 4 or 5 guys, and that's what makes this Punahou team so good and going to give them an opportunity to play for the Koa Trophy tomorrow night against their ILH foe and the 2-time defending state champion St. Louis Crusaders.
James Terrace had 15, Dylan Kellner at 13, Evan Porter had 11, 4 players in double figures for the Buff and Blue. Timeout for the Taco Bell play of the game. How about Kobe White, huh? Breaking ankles and taking names. And right to the glass to lay this one in. He finished with 6 points and 3 of 9 shooting from the floor.
Yeah, he's going to be an excellent player and the leader for the Leilehua Mules next year. Just a lot of talent in this game, and he was one of the better players on the floor tonight.
And so for the 23rd time in HHSAA history, we get an all-ILH final. A lot to break down. 2 more segments to go, and the post-game show comes your way in a couple of minutes. This night belongs to Punahou as they win it by 18. And we got an all-ILH final for the Division I state championship.
Close your eyes, count from 10 and I will hide. A little game takes us back in time. We're young again. Let's close our eyes, count from 10 and we'll rewind. Singing our favorite childhood rhymes once again. Just count from 10. Oh yeah. Just count from 10.
Redecorating? With hundreds of factory colors and free computerized paint matching, you can find the Benjamin Moore color you're looking for at City Mill. Need something? Try check City Mill.
All right, local people, I'm Champ, and you're watching Spectrum OC16.
Aloha, everybody. I'm Howard Deshefsky, and on the next edition of Sports People Hawaii, we go one-on-one with 5-time world champion and Olympic gold medalist Carissa Moore. We also check out a man who knows everything about paying attention to details, from your car to your keiki. And back to Carissa Moore, her father-in-law, a former UH football star, now turned super entrepreneur. We'll see you with these stories and much more on the next Sports People Hawaii, Saturdays at 7 o'clock and only on Spectrum OC16.
Hey, how's it going? You got Lanai with Cooking Hawaiian Style, celebrating 18 seasons, presented by the University of Hawaii Maui College. And look who we got in the kitchen finally, ladies and gentlemen, Napua Silva. What are you going to be making?
Oh, we're making my mom's famous beef stew and my favorite pupu for every party, ceviche.
Oh, I've been hearing about this beef stew. We're going to have to find out why it's famous.
It has its own song.
Napua Silva joining us. Check your local listings for times. It's Cooking Hawaiian Style.
From Spectrum OC16, it's the Hawaiian Financial FCU post-game show.
67-49 in a game where Punahou led by as many as 19. They win by 18, and they get a crack at another HHSAA championship as they advance to the championship round. And their opponents, we found out in game number 1 of our doubleheader, it was between the 6th place team in the OI this year, Leilehua, and the ILH champs and 2-time defending state champs in St. Louis. Wire-to-wire victory here as Leilehua tried to get out into transition much like they did in the first 2 games of the tournament. CJ Bostic in that game, only playing double figures, 12 points, but 5 of 16 from the floor. On a night where St. Louis had more turnovers, but they had more firepower. Pupu Sepulona tied for the 3rd highest scoring performance single game in any tournament game by any Crusader in HHSAA history. Scores up 25 points and 11 rebounds. And so off they go to the championship game. It is number 1 St. Louis taking on the ILH number 2 Punahou, and we have an all-ILH final for the 23rd time in tournament history. Post-game show here. Felipe Ohastro and Ryan Hirata and Tom Yoshida. All right, so round number 4 yet again. Punahou won the first one. St. Louis won the second one, and then they won the ILH championship game. What are you anticipating in that game for round number 4 now between Darren Matsuda and Dan Hale?
Well, if all stands true, both teams won by 18 points tonight, so we're in for a dandy tomorrow night in the championship game. These guys know each other inside and out. These guys are both tough. They're here for a reason, and so they have a little time to turn around. Once they hit the Blaisdell floor tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, all odds are off. It's one game, 32 minutes, Punahou versus St. Louis. The big-time players got to step up, and you guys got to play your best game.
Coaches get sleep before nights like this?
Probably not.
Yeah.
I think Netflix is going to be pretty heavy along with Huddle.
Yeah, I would imagine so as well, because these two coaches, dang good at their jobs, and now they meet one more time. Dan Hale, who was a coach here 18 years ago, his assistant, Darren Matsuda. Now they go head-to-head for the Division I state championship. Punahou advances, and we wrap it up from Hemeter when you come back.
Taco Bell is so good and so cheap.
I know, right? I wonder why.
What if they know we're broke? What if they're trying to be the good guys?
Yeah. Thanks, Taco Bell!
I got me a paradise. It's your paradise, too.
Go from Mauka to Makai in style. In a Honda Accord, the perfect island ride. Eye-catching, comfortable, loaded with tech, and ready for your next holo holo across town. Get the fun started now in a new Accord for just $249 a month, or any new Accord with low 2.9% APR.
See a Hawaii Honda dealer today. Tell them Henry sent you.
Hey, I'm officially a Zipster now. I signed up for Zipster rewards, and now I get to feed on free Zippies.
Well, me too, but what does it mean to be a Zipster?
Being a Zipster rewards
rolling in like a hero at the potluck.
Exactly. And one day, you'll have OZ cred.
So being a Zipster means loving Zippies same as always, only now it's more rewarding.
You got it.
Yeah.
Back for a limited time. Furikake Miso Salmon Katsu Plate or Salad and Hawaiian Plate Deluxe.
Heart pumping. Muscles extending. Every body is a miracle. And though we share so much, everybody is unique. What's your passion? Hold on to it. We're here to help. With a personalized approach to a healthier you. Hawaii Pacific Health.
When you work at Taco Bell, your days are flexible. Catch a break in the morning and still have time to cram for exams. Then learn on the job at Taco Bell too. Apply at tacobellhawaii.com/careers.
Welcome back to the Hawaiian Financial FCU post-game show.
Hey, big shout outs to our friends at the HHSAA, including the host sites, Punahou and St. Louis, respectively. Eilish wanted to host here in the semifinals and quarterfinal rounds. Been fun to cover it on both sides on Spectrum OC16 and Spectrum XCast. Kohala won it by 5 over Kaimuki, and so they advance to the championship round. They take on number 3 Seabury Hall, who had a great win over University Laboratory, and so it's the MIL and the Biff as the Cowboys hope to ride off into the sunset with yet another state championship, the 3rd in school history. I'm very much looking forward to that one, man.
Yeah, it's going to be a great game. They played earlier in the preseason. Kohala won by 8. But again, under the lights of the Blaisdell, anything can happen. Big-time players on both squads.
Yeah, for sure. And that's your programming note, because the next time we're with you, it's tomorrow inside the Blaisdell Arena at 4:45 p.m. Game Day Hawaii kicks us off. We'll tease the Division II championship with Seabury Hall and Kohala. And then in the nightcap, I cannot wait for this one. We get round 4 yet again between St. Louis and Punahou. A lot of fans have been waiting for that. So if you're going to get to the Blaisdell, get there early and go on and support some of the other teams, right? The 3rd place game with Kaimuki and University Laboratory in Division II, and the 3rd place game between Kalaheo and Leilehua. It's going to be a fun day of basketball all throughout the day at the Blaisdell. And now it's time for a little thing we get to call And One. One final thought from all of us. And, of course, you, sir, can have the floor first.
Yeah, I want to say a shout-out to my wife, Toby, and my 3 little kids, or runts, Tegan, Bryn, and Paxton. I'm coming home, and I'm bringing home Taco Bell.
Nice. Hey, you're 2 away from a starting 5 right there, man.
Hey, well.
How old are they now?
They're 6, 4, and 2.
Oh, well, we got some time. So I got 16 years before I can retire then, right? When your youngest one plays in OC16, then they'll be done.
Well, I hope to be coaching them at that time, and I hope to be hiring you as an assistant coach.
Well, sure. But, that's only fair. Since you got to do this job, I get to.
Yeah, you got to come. You got to come on that side.
Yeah, sure,
of the fence, man.
I will. Will you yell at me?
I will not, but my kids might.
Okay. My final thought. Don't forget, and Marge is going to love this, by the way, because we talk about it all the time. And Marge loves it when we're redundant with things that we talk about all the time. And she loves it when we talk about Marge, because it's Marge. D1 surfer Marge loves this segment. It's called The Box of Destiny. Marge is cracking up right now. Don't forget, earlier in January, we did a little thing called The Box of Destiny. And the box has our predictions of who won the Division I state championship. It has the 2 finalists and the winner and the final score. It has been a rich tradition that we have done in the historic 3 years that we've done this. No one's picked the correct winner before, and so we shall see what will happen when we open up this box of destiny. So that was back in January. So tomorrow in post-game, me, Jimmy, and Dean, we will open up the box, we'll reveal our results, and we'll see who's the most wrong.
I don't get a shot at it?
You want to make a prediction now?
Well, I'm already here.
Yeah. What's your prediction? D1 championship.
Well, I can't tell you that.
Text it to us tomorrow.
I'll text it to you tomorrow.
Okay, right on.
After the game.
Right. Marge, was that a good segment, Marge? Thank you, Marge. We appreciate you. D1 surfer Marge. You working tomorrow, Marge? Okay, perfect. She's excited. Well, we've met her mention quota. We're going to see all of you tomorrow at the Blaisdell Arena. By the way, if you don't know who Marge is, she's the girl who loves Reese's Pieces, by the way. And she just loves it, too. There you go. Reese's Pieces. All right. Enough. Oh, here you go, Marge. Here you go. Here, you can have all of it. Here you go. There you go. We appreciate you. Yeah. We don't even pay you in money anymore. We just give you Reese's Pieces, I heard. And real quick, one more thing. I'm so sorry, Elsa Gano. This has been fun, man. The last 2 days, 15 years has been a long time, and you're welcome back anytime, and you did an awesome job.
That. Thank you.
Awesome. We're going to see all of you at the Blaisdell Arena tomorrow. We're going to reveal Ryan's text to us, I'm sure, tomorrow, but who's going to win the state championship. And there she is,